Guys, I don't know if the sound is coming up, but we're getting ready for the blizzard, and it's not supposed to really start snowing a lot until after midnight, but the snow is coming down now, so everybody's kind of hunkering down. It's very, very quiet, kind of ominously quiet. And I just I finished putting my car in my mom's garage, and I'm about to head home after a long day. And so I will talk to you guys and insert some more snow clips for this vlog. Deep breaths. I'm having a hair experience. Hello everyone out there in YouTube land. I am the Scent Maven. Welcome back to my channel, Shopping in Scents, for another vlog a day. So I actually have something to vlog. That's why I'm talking to you guys. So if you live in New York or any of the surrounding areas, New Jersey, Connecticut, and such, you know that we are preparing for the Snowpocalypse. They're predicting a blizzard of, get this, 0 to 22 inches of snow. Now, I did not know this when I left the house this morning. Not that it would have made a difference. There's the steam coming up. So, oh, the Snowpocalypse. So this will be the first nor'easter of the season. I always find it's funny, nor'easter. It's not even close to Easter, but anyway. So what did I want to tell you guys? So I had to prepare for this storm. So if you're a single woman, well, I'm talking about myself. I, as a single woman, I'll just make it about me because it is about me. I am a single woman. I cannot dig my car out of the snow. I do not have anybody to help me. Last year, when my car got stuck in the snow, I had to pay. I was not able to get anybody to help me. I looked for everyone and anyone to help me, and there was no one to help me. You guys know my neighbor downstairs is older. She's like 80 something. I could not get my neighbors to help me. When I was a kid and it snowed, there used to be guys or kids, sometimes it was teenagers, sometimes it was adult men. They would walk around with shovels and they would look for people who needed their car dug out, and you give them $20 and they dig out your car. Not so anymore. I got the woman who lives upstairs to call her son, who wanted to charge me like $100, some ridiculous price, to dig out my car that was encased in ice. And I ended up talking him down to like $60 or something. I was not doing that again. Not doing it. But the thing is with these snowstorms is when they predict 0 to 22 inches of snow, it's hard to decide, should I take it seriously? Should I, take proper steps? You should always take proper steps, but for me, it's a gigantic pain in the Kool-Aid. If you don't know that's a word, that's a slang word for your buttocks. It's a giant pain in the buttocks. Because, okay, my mom, she lives in a co-op and she has a garage, even though she doesn't have a car. She has the garage because I have a car, and she pays monthly for the garage. Not a lot, but not a little. And I use it basically for storage. A lot of people who have garages in that co-op complex use their garage for storage. I don't use the entire garage for storage. I'm usually able to still fit my car in there. I just put some storage in there, like seasonal stuff, my seasonal stuff. But it's handy to have the garage when there are snowpocalypses, because if I park my car in the garage, the maintenance people, because if you live in a co-op, you pay for maintenance, which means they mow the lawn, they shovel the snow, they provide you with an exterminator every so many weeks, and you pay maintenance. You don't pay rent if you own your co-op, but you pay maintenance. So if I park my car in the garage, I don't have to worry about digging out a driveway, because the maintenance people shovel the snow, they use the snow blower and whatever. Now, 3 apartments ago, I used to live like 3 long blocks away from my mom. So it was easy. If ever there was going to be a snowpocalypse, I would park my car in the garage and I would walk 3 long blocks home. And I was right down the block from a supermarket, right down the block from a main strip of stores, right down the block from a Dunkin' Donuts. There was an AutoZone. There was a supermarket. There was at one time a diner that closed down. You could access everything. The bus stop was right there. You were right near the main artery, right? Then my landlord sold his house. I had to move. I still needed to be near my mom because she's disabled and stuff, and I need to help her. So I moved, and I moved a little bit further away, maybe about, I would say, 10 blocks away, but it was still walking distance. It was still walking distance. So I could still walk, technically, I could still walk home. But then my landlord sold his house and I had to move again, and I had to move further away. And now I am no longer in walking distance of my mom's house, co-op. It's a 10-minute drive. And I tried to see today what it would be like to take mass transit from my mom's house to my apartment. And it's like two buses, or a bus and a train, and a 15-minute walk. So maybe a 10-minute walk to get to the bus. You get off that bus, and then you either take another bus or you take the train, and then you get off that bus or train, and then you walk another 15 minutes. In the freezing. So let me tell you what I did today. The fun I had today. Ugh. So, I went to work. I worked a full day. Then my mom needed groceries, and she told me to buy groceries for myself as well, because I'll show you what I picked up. My emergency snowpocalypse supplies. So I went to my mom's house. She gave me her card, her debit card, credit card, whatever. And she gave me her list. I said, when I was at work, I said, make a list of everything that you need, and I will go and get it for you. So I went to Walgreens. I had to go to the supermarket. I had to go to the pharmacy, also for myself. So Walgreens was for something for her, and then the supermarket was groceries for the both of us, and then CVS was meds for me. And then I had to take all of that stuff, and I had to bring it back to my mom's house, and then I had to drop it off. Then I had to pick up Malcolm and drive back to my apartment, drop off Malcolm, put away my groceries, drive back to my mom's house, put the car in the garage. That it's the way the garage is situated. It's narrow, and so you have to position yourself in such a way that you don't scrape the sides of your car. So I had to make sure to push in my 2 side mirrors to make sure I didn't like knock one of them off, because I would. And then I realized that the stuff that I had against the wall in the back of the garage, I really should have done some spring cleaning. I shouldn't have stacked it the way that I did. So the car wasn't fitting into the garage. The butt of the car I couldn't pull down the thing because there was too much stuff in the front. So I had to rearrange all the seasonal stuff and push it forward more against the wall so that I could get the car in and be able to pull down the stupid door. So I got myself, I'm there with my flashlight on my phone and I'm getting my hands all dirty and everything. And I finally get the car in the garage. And then I get to my mom's house. I was checking the price on Uber, because you know the Uber prices change depending on the weather and the time of day and whatever. So when I checked when I was at work before I left work, it said Uber from my mom's house to my house was like $17 and change. I was like, I'm not paying that. So I was like, I'll just take the bus and the train and whatever it is and walk. But then I checked it again and it was like $16. Then it dropped to $14. And then my mom, she was like, no, that's too much money. She goes, you should take car service. So like for the older folks that don't use Uber and Lyft and don't have a smartphone, it's like a cab. I don't know what part of the country you're in, but it's car service. So back in the olden times, before Uber and Lyft, if you didn't have it, if you weren't in Manhattan where you would call a yellow cab, you'd hail a taxi, you call a car service. So my mom uses this car service occasionally if I'm not driving her around. She says, oh, I call them all the time. You know, so she called them and I called them and asked them what the price is. So this is before I went to get the groceries, just to get an idea of the price. She gave them the numerals of her house number, but she didn't give them the street. And I'm like, she didn't tell them what street. And then she gave them my address, and the guy told her $9. Then when she called back again, the guy told her $11 because he thought that she lived on a different street because she never told him the street. And I told her, when you called them, you never gave him the street. You just told them the number of the house, but you never told them what street you live on. And she's like, oh, yes, I did. But no, she didn't. So it was going to be $11 plus you got to give the person a tip, right? So $13. And Uber was $14 and change. And the guy told me 15 minutes and Uber said 3 minutes. So I was like, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. So she's like, no, don't take Uber. Take this car service. Because by this time it was after 9 o'clock and I was so exhausted and dirty from the garage. I was like, I can't walk and then take the bus and another bus, the train, and then walk and no. So I get in the car service car. Never again. I'm going to insert a clip. I will insert the clip at the end. So I get in the car service. There's no partition. The guy who's driving the car is an older gentleman. He's not wearing a mask. There's no partition. He has no GPS. I could just feel the germs. I could feel the germs. I'm wearing my mask. And then, because he doesn't have GPS, I was like, he passed the turn. I don't know what route he was taking, but I started to recognize my surroundings, and he passed the turn. I'm like, maybe he knows a different way. And then he started to act confused. And I was like, you missed the turn, right? I didn't say it like that. I was like, I think you missed the turn. And then he's like, no, I know where I go. He does not know where he go. Okay. So then he realized that he had to come back around because he indeed missed the turn. And he was driving, and I guess he has to make a notation of what address he's going to and the price. So he has his clipboard with his pen. So every red light, so he put the light on in the car, which is distracting to other drivers, and you're not supposed to do that. They can give you a ticket for that. So he has the inner light on in the car. He's got the light in the dashboard that says the car door is open. that I asked him about later, and he said, no, it's a sensor or something. The door's not open. Because I opened my door and closed it again, thinking my door was open, and it wasn't. So he has the inner light on in the car, and every red light, he's stopping and he's writing on his clipboard, I guess, the address, the price, the time, whatever the hell he's writing. And I'm like, oh my God. And I get motion sickness. You know what? I'm so used to driving myself everywhere and driving my car, even though, you know, I don't have the best car, far from it, but I'm used to driving myself. And I tend to get, if not, okay. So people who get motion sickness, if you drive your car, you're focused on the horizon. Or even if you're in the front seat, you're focused on the horizon. If you're in the back seat, you get motion sickness because you're sitting still, but everything on the side of you is passing you by. Now, normally, and this is something that I developed later in life. Fun for me. Normally, I don't get motion sickness on what should have been a 10-minute car ride. But this guy goes over speed bumps, and I drive like an elderly person because we have a 20-mile-an-hour speed limit on a city street in New York. I don't know about Manhattan, but in where I am. And there's red light cameras and speed cameras everywhere. They even installed one on the corner of my block. So if you go over 20 miles an hour, they will take a picture of your plate and mail you a ticket. So I always drive 20 miles an hour under. This guy was driving over 20 miles an hour, which I'm not used to. He was going over speed bumps without slowing down. And I was just like, oh, I didn't like throw up or anything. I didn't get that motion sick. I didn't get super motion sickness, but I was like, I need this ride to be over. And now the ironic thing is, now they say that the snow is, as you saw in the beginning of the video, I put a clip. You can see there was light snow. So the snow was supposed to start after midnight and fall 2 inches per hour until late afternoon tomorrow. That's what they say. And they said it's going to be whiteout conditions, stay home, visibility is going to be 0, it's going to be freezing, it's going to be blowing snow and all this other stuff. Now I know, after I went through all this, there better be a snowpocalypse tomorrow. Because if I look out the window and it's bright and sunny and there's no snow, I am going to be very upset. Because I have prepared. So what did I pick up at the supermarket as part of my supplies for the snowpocalypse? Well, of course you need, and you know, you should get stuff that's non-perishable, really. Because what if your electricity goes out? Well, I didn't actually follow that rule. I did get the giant box of Cheerios, because this is always good to have handy. I have almond milk in the refrigerator. Then I picked up, of course, a loaf of bread, because you always need bread when you're preparing for snowpocalypse. I don't eat a lot of carbs. I don't eat bread a lot, but you know, it's good to have in the house. 100% whole wheat bread. Then I did pick up a couple of cans of tuna. They finally got my favorite tuna back in the supermarket. This is the Star-Kissed with lemon and dill. This is 200 calories. So, yeah. And then I got a bag of the Snapdragon apples, which is one of my favorite brands, if not my favorite brand of apple, Snapdragon. And it says Monster Crunch. Okay, so always need some fresh fruit. Apples grown in New York. It says always packs a snap. Sweet, crunchy with sweet and juicy flavor. These are very, very good apples. And then, of course, I had some cherry flavor yogurt in the fridge already, but then I also picked up 2 or so I don't pick up a lot of yogurt at one time because, you know, I don't want it to expire. This is February 22nd, so I have plenty of time. So I got some of the, I have in the fridge, I have the Cheerful Cherry. This is the Blissful Banana, the Light and Fit. This is 70 calories. And then I got, this was on sale, 10 for 10. But I only picked up like 2 or 3 because I didn't know if I was going to like it or not. This is the Light and Fit. This is 80 calories. This is the Greek yogurt in raspberry chocolate. And it's hard to read the date. It looks like it says either February 3rd or February 8th. It's every single one of them was smeared, so I don't know. So I got my yogurt, I got tuna, I got bread, I got cereal, I got milk, I got apples. And then in my pantry, I have like soup and soup. So, and I think I have like a stew, like a, not one of those like stew in like a bag. So, yeah, so that's my preparations for the snowpocalypse. So now I'm home. Malcolm is home. He has food. He has wee-wee pads. I have food. I do not need wee-wee pads. I have my food. I have my meds. The car is in the garage, so I don't have to worry about it getting packed in snow and ice. So everything should be, I think I've taken care of everything. Mom has her groceries. She has everything that she needs. I hope she has all her medications because I told her, whatever you need, write it down and I will go get it. So she should be taken care of. And, oh, I didn't show you, well, I'll show you in another video. I showed you in a previous video. I got my, what do you call it? Order from Old Navy. I ordered the Clueless crop top and a PlayStation shirt for the boyfriend, which I figure I'll save and give him for Valentine's Day. And then I got 2 packets of the Bath and Body Works Valentine's Day coupons. One addressed to me and one addressed to someone, the same person. They keep sending it to at my address that I don't know who it is, but it's extra coupons for me. I'm still waiting for that replacement order that there's the replacement for the replacement order that they're sending in 2 boxes, one with the Merry Cookie candle, which already shipped, and then the other like a billion things in another package, which has not shipped yet. So I'm going to end this vlog now because I am super tired and I'm going to watch the Weather Channel and like the news and see and watch the snow coverage, the upcoming snow coverage. And there better be a lot of snow. There better be. Okay. So that's it. I'm going to insert the clip. My outro is going to be me in that insane cab ride home. So comment, rate, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at Shopping and Sense, and I will see you all in a future video. But until then, goodbye everyone out there in YouTube land.